Do you need a way to track different relationships, associations, or processes in HubSpot beyond the standard objects that they offer you? Well, you can do that with custom objects, and I'm going to show you how to set it up in today's HubSpot hack. So before we get started, I should mention custom objects is for enterprise hubs only. So as long as you have at least one enterprise hub, you'll be able to use custom objects. It also does require that you have super admin access before setting this up. So just make sure you have both those things and then you're ready to get going with the rest of this video. Custom objects is a way of tracking things beyond the standard objects in HubSpot, which are your contacts, your companies, deals, and tickets. And there's a lot of different use cases for custom objects. The one that I'm going to set up one today is for tracking like shipments or deliveries, things like that. So the first thing you want to do is log into HubSpot and then click the gear icon up towards the top right to get to your settings page. You'll then want to scroll down on the left-hand side to data management and then this objects drop down here and then go down to custom objects. So I've already created a few custom objects, so this looks a little differently for me than it might for you if it's your first time setting it up. If you've created some custom objects before, you can select the object that you want to manage or edit. So we've had a couple already created, or if you want to create a new one, just click the Create Custom Object button that you see on your screen. For me, it's at the top right because again, I've already created a couple of these. So now it pops open the Create Custom Object form. So we're going to be creating these for deliveries. So the object name singular will be delivery and giving it a plural name will be deliveries. We'll then want to give it a object description. So these are the shipments / deliveries we've sent out after orders. Perfect. Once you've named your custom object, you'll need to create your primary display property. So this is pretty important because it will be required every time that someone's creating this custom object, in this case, deliveries, and will be actually in your quick views when you're looking at your object views to filter by to quickly find your different objects. So for this primary display, since it's deliveries and shipments, we're going to go with order number. And the property type, you have the choice of a single line text or a number. You then have an option to require unique values for this property. I'm going to leave this blank because when you think about an order, sometimes maybe shipments can go out separately if there's multiple parts and things. But if you only want one object with one name to be able to be created, you can check off this require unique values. It then asks your secondary display properties. So this will also show in your quick filters when your object is created at your object view. So it's easy to sort by, but this one is not mandatory whenever it's being created. We're going to give this one a tracking number. And this will be a single line text because it has different numbers and fields like that. So once we're happy with our object name, our description, our display properties, we will click Create. Just like that, our custom object has been created. So now we can use this custom object like we would with any other object inside of HubSpot. We can click to Manage Delivery Properties. So say we want to create a field for who's managing this delivery. So we'll call it delivery service. We'll want this under delivery information. And say we want this to be a drop-down select for who's actually handling this delivery. So maybe it would be USPS, maybe it would be FedEx, maybe USPS. Oh, I did that twice. Let me just correct that. There we go. And save it. So just like any other object inside of HubSpot, you can create custom properties around it. You also want to make sure you set up different associations that these deliveries can be associated to. So we'll do that from the data management dropdown, again, going down to custom objects, and then make sure you're on the right object and then click associations. So we haven't set any up yet, so we're going to create a new association. And first thing we're going to do is set this up to deals because, a deal or an order is placed or a deal is won. That's going to trigger a shipment or delivery being needed. And just like any other object, you can set association limits. If you only want one delivery to be associated to one deal, you can create association labels. And then we can, of course, also create other associations, which we need to set up. And we also need to set up other association labels by clicking this deliveries to deals. We want to enable other associations. We also want to do this to contacts because, people placing their orders. We also want to associate this to companies since, this might be a B2B instance. And if you look at some of the other custom properties that I have here, so we also want for tickets in case people need support with their delivery. I've also created some other custom properties previously, like distributors. So maybe there was a distributor involved in this order. If we want to associate them to these deliveries, we can also associate different custom objects to each other. So we'll go ahead and create that. And now we have our different association labels created. So once you've created your custom object, set up your associations, created the different properties that you might want, you can actually use custom objects in workflows. So if I go down to automations and then workflows, if I go to create a new workflow from scratch, if you scroll down on the left-hand side, you'll see here that my custom objects are listed. So I have delivery-based custom objects. I can build workflows just like I would with contacts, companies, right? You get the idea, with my new custom object for deliveries. I can also use this in workflows. So say, for example, I want to, when a deal is won, I want to automatically create a delivery. So I can set up my triggers when an event occurs, a property value change of deal stage is closed won. So we'll just use all of our deal won stages and click save. We'll then want to create a record, and we want to create a new delivery record and then fill in some of the information. So I mentioned before, order number would be required. Say we have something a simple way of doing it. We just want to use the deal number. So the deal record ID will be the order number. We won't know our tracking number yet, obviously, because it hasn't been set up. And we can add other properties and choose who else we want this to be associated to. And click save. So let's navigate now to our CRM and then our drop down here of all of our custom objects. We can go into deliveries and we see that no deliveries have actually been created yet. So you can manually create these as well. So if I click to create a delivery, I can give it my order number. Don't know a tracking number yet. If you have business units, you can associate them to different business units, and then we'll want to create this delivery. So you can see it looks just like it would with any other HubSpot object. On the left-hand side, we have the information about this delivery. In the middle is our data highlights or activities. And then on the right-hand side, we can add associations to different contacts. So we'll just add one of the people here. So obviously people can have multiple deliveries. Deliveries can be associated to multiple contacts, deals. You're getting the idea. So now if I go back to my deliveries, I can see that I have them created here. And then up top, I had the primary display properties that I created. Order number is the first one here, and then tracking number is here as well. Now, once we have our custom objects set up, you might want to turn this into a pipeline, kind of like your deal stages or ticket stages. And this would be a great use case for things like deliveries or shipments, so you can track the progress of them from the time that they need to be fulfilled to when they actually get delivered. So in our custom object, again, on the left-hand side, under data management, custom objects, you select the object you want to create this pipeline for, and then in these tabs here, just look for pipelines. So it'll ask you if you want to, what it says describes as see the full picture of your process. And if you want to, click to create a pipeline and give it a pipeline name. So we'll call this our delivery pipeline. And then we can give our stages some names. And then we want to create the different stages that we want to track for these deliveries. So the first one that I'm going to create is in fulfillment, meaning that we have a new order, it's with the warehouse or whatever your process is, and they need to get this order out the door. The next one we'll have is that it's been shipped, and we'll move this one up to after fulfillment. There we go. And then we'll make our last one for delivered. And you can see the status over here on the right-hand side, that if they're opened, if they're closed. And also for those like really rare use cases, we're going to add another stage for maybe delivery lost. You never know what might happen. If you need to do some automation, you can trigger things like you need to resend the order or something like that by using this stage here, because fortunately that does happen. So go ahead and save these stages. You can also do conditional deal stage properties. So in order to move it to this shipped area, for example, we're gonna make the tracking number required, right? You can't say that it's shipped without actually having a tracking number for this order. So we'll just click next and save it. And then if we wanna view this pipeline, we can go to CRM and then to Deliveries. And now you'll have this option here to change your view from a list view that we have here to a pipeline view so you can see where your orders are in these stages. So let's just create another delivery here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as our order number. We'll click to create delivery. Now what we need to do is make it mandatory that you select a stage name when you're creating a new delivery. So if we go into setup here and customize the create delivery form, we want to add the properties that we have to pick our delivery pipeline and delivery pipeline stage. And we want to make these mandatory and click save. So now when I go to CRM and then I go to Deliveries and I go to create a new delivery, I can put in my order number, I can select my pipeline, my stage, and create delivery. If we go back here, we can now see a board view of all the deliveries that we have going out. And when I grab order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I move it into shipped, I get my pop-up here where I have to enter a tracking number. Click save. And now we can track our deliveries. So that's how you create custom objects. Also a quick little use case for them if you are using them for deliveries or shipments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more HubSpot hacks. Thanks for watching.